Hey guys, this is Derek Wolf from Over the Fire Cooking. I'm hanging out again in Columbus, Georgia with Oklahoma Joe's. Today, I'm gonna be cooking on the brand new Firecraft, and we're taking this recipe to the next level. We're cooking right on the coals. We got some coal roasted lobster tail with a tequila lime butter sauce. Oh yeah, so freaking delicious. All right, let's dive in. All right, let's get our charcoal going. Using that 100% natural lump charcoal from Cowboy. Let's light these all natural fire starters. Let that set for about 10 minutes. Coals be white hot. We'll be ready to cook on them. Let's start prepping our lobster and our sauce. So I'm gonna roll out this lime. It's just gonna help the juice kind of come out of it a little easier when we squeeze. Slice that guy in half, set it to the side. Now I'm gonna use some cilantro in the actual butter sauce. So I'm gonna pull it off, do a rough chop on the outside. We got our little ramekins. I think we're ready to start working on the lobster. We're gonna split it open over the top and season this guy up. Very carefully with your knife. You're gonna come down, split, come back over here. Don't wanna split it completely or else they're gonna kind of break apart. And then you're just gonna come in. There we go. Got these guys, we're gonna let them sit in the ice for just a second, and we're gonna start working on the seasoning. Our coals are ready to go. I'm gonna swivel the grill grate over. I'm gonna preheat the cast iron skillet. Once we're good with cast iron skillet, we can start cooking our tequila lime sauce. So let's get all the ingredients for that. We're gonna have limes, we're gonna have a little bit of butter, and we're gonna have tequila, minced garlic, some of that chopped cilantro. We have a little bit of honey. And the last piece, just a little bit of oil. This is what we're gonna cook the garlic in. It's not hot enough on the grill grate. Let's get it in the coals. A little ash won't hurt anybody. Okay, so it's warm enough. I'm gonna pull it back over onto the grill. We can start cooking our minced garlic that we're just gonna get a nice little bit of color on for a second. Beautiful. And so at this point, I'm actually gonna pull the grate up. That was all the high heat cooking I really want to do. I'm gonna add a little bit of alcohol on to deglaze. I'm gonna pull it off so that we're not actually pouring alcohol over an open fire. Woo! You can smell this already, the garlic, the tequila coming together. I love cooking with alcohol. There's so much flavor in it. The nice thing about the alcohol as well is when we're gonna add in some of the honey, it's gonna help it from burning too much as well. I'm just gonna let that simmer. You can kind of see it simmering just on the edges. Not too much, just a little bit. Now the last bit of this whole recipe goes pretty fast. I'm just gonna slice just a little bit of butter. I'm gonna keep it high so that the butter doesn't split. We're gonna add in the sugar. This is our honey. It's gonna add some of the sweetness compared to that sour and bitter flavor with the tequila. I'm gonna drop it just a sec. Being very careful, that sauce is very important. Now I'm gonna add the last bit and then we're basically gonna be pulling off. So I'm gonna add in the lime, our little bit of butter. Pull this off to the side so we don't get more heat than we need. I have just a little bit more honey in here to thicken the sauce. So the last bit that's actually gonna go into this tequila lime sauce is the cilantro. I'm gonna wait until the end though to add that in because we're gonna lose some of the color on it if we add it in too early. Our tequila lime sauce is done. It's not super thick, just a little glaze. It's gonna go over the top of our lobster. I'm gonna pull this guy off and we'll start working on the lobster. So we're gonna swivel the grill grate out of the way. I'm using 100% natural lump charcoal. I'm using cowboy charcoal. I don't recommend using briquettes, just different composition. But we're gonna use these guys. It's gonna get this beautiful like ash white top. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna blow off some of the loose ash and then we're gonna throw on these lobster tails. These lobster tails do not take that long to cook. I love cooking lobster on here because they take like a couple minutes and they're done. You can already see it's changing into the red as it gets that heat and it cooks. Flip them a couple of times. Beautiful. I'm using double knit gloves from Oklahoma Joe's and then putting some of the black gloves from Oklahoma Joe's over top. I like using them for stuff like this. All right, so these lobster tails are looking good. You'll know that they're fully cooked when they change from like an opaque all the way to like a light white color. So these guys are done. Got a little char on them. So not a ton of the sauce, just a little bit. And we'll finish off with that cilantro. We're ready to go. All right, let's dive into some of these lobster tails. Oh yeah, bottoms up. Oh, wow. Oh yeah. Sweet, savory, delicious. The delicate lobster, absolutely so freaking delicious. Cheers.